Hi there, I'm back. So my ears have been ringing in a weird pattern and frequency, and my plans changed today, so I was able to do some of my spiritual work versus my career work. And I was sitting at the desk because I'm going to be recording a meditation for a friend, and I just kept feeling the pull from spirit. Nope, come sit. We've got stuff we want to talk to you about. And so I'm not sure where they're going to take us. I have an idea from last night. I got a download. Let's see if it pops up. And I'll do my best not to burp too much. So sorry if you start to see me burping or yawning, sometimes tearing up. That's just the energy flowing through me as they're talking to me. So let's see what happens, and bear with me if it takes me a minute to kind of drop in. So let's see what the message is today. I've already done my prayer, so I'm prepared. I've already done my protection ritual, and I'm ready to go. Spirit, what is the message for the collective today? We are ecstatic to be sitting with you today. We are here to help, to guide, to show an alternative way of being, your most highest way of being. When you're walking around your earth plane with so much weighing on you, not just your mental and emotional burdens, but the physical weight of being on a third dimensional planet starts to take its toll. And so at this time, we are looking to have a conversation with you, to expand your mind, to hopefully trigger something deep inside your soul that has been begging to be released and come out, and to serve you and your highest purpose on this planet at this time. There is a collective awakening happening. Unless you've been living under a rock, you have probably seen glimpses of this in your social media feeds, depending on your algorithm, of course. These things that are coming to the forefront of your mind, these topics per se, spiritually based, should not be ignored at this time. We, and those that are like us, that serve the higher source, God source energy, are coming to those like the ones that you're looking at right now, this channeler, Emily, and other channelers like her, to bring these messages forward to you at this time so that we can start to continue to expand your spiritual consciousness. Your mental consciousness has enough power. It needs no more power. We now are asking you to quiet that part of your mind. The part that helps you wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, turn your car on, etc. You are now a well-oiled machine when it comes to this behavior. You've gotten very, very secure in your patterning as a human living in a meat suit with an ego. And we are going to use this terminology for you because we want you to start viewing yourself as such. Because there is a higher you. A you that you cannot see, but you can sense and feel within every cell of your body. The part of you that understands love on a deeper level, that has compassion, joy, abundance, that is your birthright frequency. Living in those higher frequencies, as we call them, love, gratitude, abundance, joy, peace. We want you to start looking at these adjectives that we're stating of these higher frequency energies, and we want you to start understanding that those are not pipe dreams, those feelings, those sensations. That is actually what should be guiding you on a daily basis. Not this mental checklist of your to-do list, the worrying about the world or the political landscape, or about the money in your bank account. We want you over here happy, abundant, joyful, despite what your mind might tell you. So we're not saying what the mind is telling you is false. What we're saying is, how much power are you going to give your mind versus how much power are you going to give your soul? So in these next couple of transmissions that we are going to be sharing through this channeler, we're going to continue to talk about this, because there is a divide between your egoic mind and your soul. And there are some of you that believe that going to church, which we are not against, you can tap into your soul for that moment, but then the rest of your week seems to go by the wayside. What we want you to understand is that feeling you get from whether it's praying to God, meditating, staring at a sunset, all of those now moment sensations are how you should be walking throughout your day. Then it starts to become very apparent that what you perceive as a positive actually becomes a positive. And that alone helps raise your vibration. And so, as we continue on this journey with you, we want you to start continuing to be aware of the thoughts that you think and the sensations that you feel. Are you in more of mind than you are of spirit? Can you delineate the two? We would ask at this time that you start journaling, writing, talking to a friend that you trust, being aware of the thoughts that you think. Write them down. Allow yourself to see them. And then ask yourself, why did I have that thought? Why am I thinking in this way? Why am I deciding to let this one political post ruin my entire day? You have control of it all in your little world. So yes, we want you to think of yourself as your own little world. And everything that happens within it and without is up to you. How you feel about things. Are you going to get mad at the person that cuts you off in traffic? That's a choice. Are you going to take a moment and take a look at the bird chirping in the tree outside your door just to get a glimpse of something beautiful in nature for that moment? Are you going to take a second while you're walking your dog and watch the sunset and being absolutely present and appreciative of how beautiful something so miraculous is that you get to stare and gaze upon it? We're not asking you to eradicate thoughts. We're asking you to shift. So when we talk about blending the 3D reality with the 5D reality and going like this, that's what we're talking about. What are the thoughts that you're thinking, and how are they serving you? Are they keeping you in lower frequencies of anger, resentment, fear, lack, stress, anger? Or can you come over to your spirit and drop in? How am I feeling today? Is there anything on my mind that I need to release? Is there any thought that I'm perpetually thinking that doesn't really have any basis in my current reality? Am I future thinking a thought or a situation or an outcome that isn't here yet? Am I replaying a past moment, trying to understand it better, wondering if I could have changed it? Well, that's a waste of your time. The past is the past, and the future is the future, and there are a million scenarios to your future. You don't need to prepare for your future. You need to prepare for this now moment. Who and what are you based on what you are thinking and feeling? When you allow spirit to come in more, spirit, your higher self, your higher consciousness. So let's break that down. So you have a physical body, then you have an energetic body, and you have an aura. And there are many layers and levels to it. You obviously have, many of you that are watching this right now understand the chakra systems. So you have your 7th, your 6th, your 5th, your 4th, your 3rd, your 2nd, your 1st, which is your root. And you connect to heaven and earth. And those chakras spin with energy, with emotions, with stories, with ancient wisdom, and they create your auric field. And then just above that is your higher consciousness. The consciousness you take with you in every lifetime that takes a little bit of this lifetime and tucks it away until the next lifetime. That's how you keep growing and learning as a soul, as a higher consciousness. And so, wouldn't it be more beneficial to allow that higher consciousness to come in and observe what's going on with the ego, the monkey mind, the matrix programmed mind? So that's a lot of possibly intense information. Or if you're still with us, we'll keep going. Because the reality is, you are all acting unconsciously throughout your day. You're turning on the radio to distract yourself from your inner thoughts. You're turning on the TV and listening to news to distract you from your inner thoughts. And so what is all of that feeding you? Negativity. Unless you are being mindful and you're listening to positive, forward-thinking material. So you have to be aware of what you're ingesting with your mind, your eyes, your ears, your thoughts, just like you do with food. They all serve the same purpose, optimum levels of existing on this plane. How much you suffer is up to you, and how abundant you are is up to you. It's all about you. And so again, you're in your world, having your thoughts, and your higher self is here waiting to engage, waiting to be a part of the party. So, what we would ask is that you start small. Start with observing your thoughts. Write them down. Why do I continually worry about money? Write that down. And start meditating on that. That is when you can go back in time and try to understand, was there some programming that happened early on? Was there an incident that happened that embedded some sort of fear inside of you? You have the ability to rewrite your past. You have the ability to eradicate those thoughts. You bring them up. You look at them. Oh, I have this fear that I will never make enough money. That is because X, Y, and Z. Oh, that's interesting. Do I still believe that? Maybe. Why do I still believe it? Keep asking the whys, the what, the whys. Journal it. Do whatever you need to do. Go on a walking meditation. But to bring those things up to look at, there is this perpetual fear for some reason with the humans on your planet about taking a look at things that happen to you and dissecting them to the point where you can understand why they created a fear or a resistance within you. All we're asking is for you to unravel that knot. Give yourself the gift of unraveling that knot because it's not necessary and it's actually holding you back. So as you unravel that knot, it's replacing the thought with, we are abundant. That's our birthright. Everything flows to me with ease and grace. That's my birthright. All I have to do is be conscious and aware of the little things that are coming to me with ease and grace and go, thank you. I see that. see that that's coming to me. I'm grateful that that's coming to me. Thank you so much, and I want more of that. The new languaging. The only way you're going to rewrite the third dimensional egoic mind programming is to give it new positive programming. And so this is very much about going in, understanding yourself, understanding what makes you tick. Try not to drop into shame. Put that to the side. There is no shame when we're talking with spirit. Shame is an earthly human emotion that is not real. It's based on ego, has no place in the spiritual realm. So start to look at it that way. Where did this thought come from? Why am I feeling shameful? Oh, that's not of spirit. That's of mind. The mind dies when I die. When this body dies, I die. But my spirit goes on, and my higher consciousness takes that information with it. So why am I putting so much emphasis on this one thought that's making me feel shameful? That's how you lessen the power of it. So you release it and let it go. You go, thank you for showing yourself to me. I did not know that that's what I was doing. And I'm now going to replace that with, no, I live in abundance. Have an abundance of everything that I need. I'm always taken care of. Start your grateful flow. I'm so grateful for this day. I'm so grateful that I woke up. I'm so grateful that I'm healthy. I'm so grateful that I have a house and a roof over my head and that I can afford to pay for it and that I have a car to drive and that I have food on my table and I have money in my bank account and that I have friends and family and we're all of good health. Whatever it is for you, you have to feed the mind positive affirmations, words, thoughts. It's all food. Are you going to feed it junk food? Or are you going to feed it healthy, nutrient-rich food? It's really the choice is yours. So we've noticed that your society is getting increasingly focused on complaining, giving people negative feedback that they're not asking for, bullying on all sorts of levels because people can hide behind their computers or their phones. We would ask before you engage in that kind of behavior, if that person was standing right in front of you, is that what you would say to them? And let's take it a step further. That person is you on some level because you all come from God's source energy of love and light throughout all of eternity. We are all connected. Those of us that have passed on, those in other realms and other galaxies and other times, we are all from the same God source consciousness that is divine love. And if you cannot look at each other as mirrors of yourself, you're missing the entire point of being a human being on your planet at this time. The whole experiment of being human beings is to put you on a 3D dimensional, third dimensional planet where there's so much density that you actually have to reach really hard to grasp that you are part of something bigger. The universe, your spirit, and your whole goal on this planet is to find that spark of God in everyone you meet that reminds you of your own spark. And as we all ignite each other's spark, we grow together and expand. And that is what a lot of you are seeing now happening in your time-space reality with the star seeds waking up and the light workers waking up and all different myriads of people waking up, and more astrology is coming to the forefront. more healing modalities. These people, much like this channeler, have been hiding under a rock because there were so many opinions about this type of gifted human. But you all possess all of these skills. There is no one better or worse than you. You're all the same. You are just mere reflections of each other. So what you don't like in one person is a reflection of yourself. We understand that you don't like to hear things like this, but that is the best way we can describe what is fundamentally wrong on your planet at this time. You all forgot who you are and how deeply you're actually connected to one another. There is only one Earth. Yes, there are other planets and other galaxies and other beings in other dimensions and times and things like that that you don't need to concern yourself with at this time. We will speak about later, but there's only one Earth that has this level of density. And trust us when we say, if other beings from other dimensions and galaxies wanted to come and inhabit your Earth, they would have already. Planet Earth is the hardest place to try to evolve from because you're so incredibly separated from God. And so the goal is to find your way back. And how you do that is through one another, through loving each other, through family, romantic relationships, deep friendships, colleagues, helping each other grow and advance. And the truth is, that is where we are hoping to lead you all back to, is where you can see each other, even the ones you don't like. You can see something in them. You can understand that there is something fundamentally going on within them if you're having a negative reaction to something that they're doing or saying, that you can maybe see with laser focus their trauma, their issue, whatever you want to name it. And you can identify with maybe a little bit of that. And then maybe, just maybe, you could send some love and light to that person or that situation because you have compassion, because you've understood it within your own system. Compassion, compassion, compassion. You all have lost your ability to find compassion on a grander scale. We have faith and hope that you will all come around to understanding this on a deeper level. And individually, this is going to be wisdom that isn't going to sit with everybody the same way. So take the parts that work for you. Come back later and listen to it again. Get another part and another and another. There is a real need on your planet at this time to love your fellow man, despite your differences, despite your different opinions. We would also be so bold as to say, be careful of those that live in those lower frequencies of greed, anger, whatever you want to label it, that are trying to divide you all. You don't have to let them win. You don't even have to pay attention to them. When it comes to things within your government, it will eventually wash itself out. There is an evolution in your government that has to always be churning and changing and growing and changing, and sometimes things have to be disrupted in order to make that change happen. We're not saying we agree with how it's being played out, but do not forget, dearest ones, that where the darkest nights are, the lighter light is coming. And if you can allow yourself to see the light wherever you can find it, it will start to dissipate the darkness. And so for now, we will leave you with that. We feel we're going to be coming back and sharing more with you on this topic. We also want to share with you some ways in which we believe that you can live your life in the higher frequencies and start to feel good again. Start to understand that it is your birthright to feel good, to be abundant, and that you can heal anything. It's based on your belief, your faith in yourself, your faith in whatever higher power you want to label. Or how about just even deciding that you possess the higher power? And if you believe that, then of course you can heal anything. It happens all the time. Just nobody talks about it. So be careful what you ingest through your media sources and your social media. Listen deeper into your higher wisdom and knowing that you all possess. Everyone has it. You would not exist without it. So start to honor that part of you, that higher part of you that is infinite, that never dies, that connects to other people and their higher self within them. See if you can see it in other people. Attune to it. If there's someone in your life that you just enjoy being in their energy a lot, pay attention to that. Why? Let that reflect back to you so that you can find that inside of you and illuminate it, develop it, grow it, shine it bright. The world needs you to do this. We are here at this time forcing this channeler, yes, to put herself out there on YouTube to give you these messages to hopefully inspire you out of some of these dark places your world has taken you to. Depression, anxiety. We could name a myriad of things. But the reality is that is not who you truly are. None of you are those lower frequency things or energies. You are all these beautiful bright lights, these sparks of God's source energy. You carry divine love within you. So why not fully embrace that part of you and let that be your guidance system throughout your day? We promise you this, if you even remotely try to do this, even on a small scale, you'll start to get so present. And so when one of your authors, Eckhart Tolle, wrote The Power of Now, he was onto something. The truth is, getting in that now moment isn't that hard. What is the challenge is getting the mind to get on board with the now moment. Getting the mind, training the mind so that it stops going future and past, future and past, future and past. Now, 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 now. I'm in the now. This channeler has to be in the now moment to receive this information. She cannot be future thinking or past thinking. She has to be completely and utterly focused in this now moment as an empty vessel, allowing the information to channel in. You too can do this as well. You might call it intuition, a sixth sense. You know sometimes when to do something, not to do something, or you think of somebody and they call you. It's the same energy. You can expand it. You can train yourself to expand so that you too can get the information that you need to live the most abundant life possible, because that too is your birthright. So, for the sake of time and this channeler's energy, we want you to know that you are deeply loved and cared for on all the other dimensions, the higher realms, even in galaxies far away. You are deeply loved. You are the children of the universe. You are children of the Most High, where everything was created from. And you must not forget that. And this is not about religion. This is about your spirit, your soul. Get in touch with that. Give yourself time to get to know that part of you. We promise you, just the mere act of the trying will create a new pathway in your life that will guide you to some of the most beautiful and miraculous things. People, places, opportunities. But you must drop your ego. You must drop your expectations. You must drop greed, fear, anger. So if you want to get to these higher realms, these higher consciousness states, these higher frequencies, you cannot reach them bringing in your lower frequency energy. That's not how you rise up. You have to drop all of that to then rise. And we will be back with more information about how to do this on a deeper level. But we just wanted to start to expand your awareness and your consciousness about these topics so that we can start to rewire your consciousness a little bit more. You have been programmed. We are here to help the unprogramming so that you can live a full, beautiful life with love, abundance, joy, and peace, because that is what you were meant to do. And so we love you all so much. We ask that you stick with us here, come back, visit this channel. We have so much that we're excited to share with you. We hope that you will continue to follow us and allow us to spread this message. And please continue to share this message with anyone that you feel needs this upliftment. And until next time, dearest ones, with love and light. Thank you. Wow, they never do anything short. So I know that was a lot. I had no idea what they were going to talk about. They have been on me a lot about my process and how I got to this state. And I might do some alternative videos where I kind of talk just about me and my process and how I got to where I am and how I live my life and how I walk my day. And there are some factors that, some things that have happened in my life that help push me. And I want to bring those to your attention so that you don't get scared when things come up. Instead, dive right through them. And I promise you, the other side is a beautiful place. Trust me, being able to speak to them is something that I can't really explain. It's the biggest joy of my life. And so again, thanks for coming by. I hope this message got to whoever needed it. And again, maybe save it if it doesn't really resonate right now, because it might later. And I just appreciate you coming around. And yeah, till next time, everybody. I'll see you around.